want to be an interior designer without necessarily getting a degree, you're going to want to save this video because I'm about to walk you through the steps. While I have some videos and certainly go through this in the crash course in detail, we're not training our eye in this video. We are going to walk through the process not to become an interior designer, but to actually start designing a space. Before you're anywhere near designing a space, you have taken the interior design personality quiz, which is free, and identified the right niche area of design for you, as well as the career path. And that's landed you apparently by this beautiful room from Pinterest. And we're gonna pretend that you're about to design this room. First, you've had a consultation with your client, and part of that process is you needing to identify your client. They might be sitting right in front of you, but you have to learn to ask the right questions to get the right answers that they might not even know they need to give you in order to design a space that is right for them and in their budget and fits the timeline and is within your skills and capabilities. It's okay to be at different levels. You are going to take the jobs that meet you where you are, and then you're going to grow. That's what I did when I started my firm 10 years ago. You've identified your client, and through this consultation, you've identified their functional needs, their heartstrong needs for the space, their budget and their timeline, the different personality types you're working with, and you have an idea of where to go with this. We're going to jump ahead and assume that you've already sent your contract, you've already gotten your deposit, you've figured out how you're charging, everybody's on the same page, or your firm did all of this and you're just tasked with, here is the client description, here is the project description, here is the direction I want you to go in. Step one, make sure you take the crash course before the price goes up after the weekend. It was already supposed to go up, but I've been busy. Okay, that's not really step one. Step one is you're going to do your direction board, your mood board. You're going to take all that information and that energy and that gut feeling that you've learned to train, and you are going to start with colors and base materials that you're going to use in this room. Step two is you're going to start a list, and I have, I believe, templates for this up in the tools as well as in the crash course, but you're going to have a list of all of the items, the basic items that you need in that room. So if it's a living room like this, you're going to be listing some of these main items here. These lists are super important because it makes sure you don't leave anything out later. Then you're going to have a separate list that you're going to track, and that is all of the specs that you think will be required in this space. I always suggest make sure you have a running template for every room so that you just pull it and you don't have to start from scratch always. You can always add and subtract based on the room's needs. Now you've made your design direction really pretty, you've gotten it back to the client, and you've gotten approval, hopefully. Now you got to fill in those specs and those lists with items that fit in your timeline and budget. You're going to save all relevant information, and sometimes you're going to make sure you have a backup. For sizing, you're going to make sure that you have a floor plan. You can do that in Revit, SketchUp, AutoCAD, because size matters in interior design anyway. Should we break these steps down even more? Let me know in the comments.